What's up? Thank you for stopping by. We're going to check out this Noob 10-piece set, which actually is a 4-piece rake set. One hook, and it comes with 5 turners, which actually I sent those off to somebody else. Blast and Bypass up in Canada. So I was sending him another multi-pick set, the Christine Palmer Wave Rake set. 12-piece, I believe. And so I added in the turners from this because I have already had this set and these turners and stuff, but this was a replacement from Multipick, and I wanted to go over and do a little review of the profiles. I'm not a... I'm doing reviews, I don't get real deep on the turners. Either that I like them or don't. It's either a bonus or, on a pick set for me. There's pick sets that I do not like the turners that I still recommend the pick set because the picks and the profiles are worthy. And I think as lock pickers, getting all the different turners actually matters more than getting all the different picks pick profiles, because there just seems to be more difference in opinion and what people like where turners are concerned. So, what's going on, Labs? How you doing? Thank you for stopping by, brother. Just doing a little use and review of a set that Multipick sent me. The Lock Noob 10-piece set, which is basically 4 rakes, pick profile, and 5 turners. I don't have the turners. Turners, that's what I was just trying to explain. Yeah, you love them or you don't, but they kind of don't. They don't sell or not sell a set for me. Well, no, they can sell if they're really awesome, but they won't keep me from buying a good set because I don't like the turners. All right, so what we're going to start out doing, I do have these 4 rake profiles, but I'm going to also be working on, I'm just kind of reviewing these magnetic handles from Multipick. So if you see, there's a nice little 2-part. You got some magnets and some magnets. Fits nicely into its little groove. Put it back into place and just kind of press it down so the little, not quite in place. So everything lines up. And as long as you're not rolling your pick too much, if you roll it, you can kind of roll it off that way. Might be the only negative if you're doing too much twisty. New house, what's up, brother? Yeah, I'm trying a new thing, man. I'm going at a normal hour. And so the people in California, what is it, like 6:30? They're not even done with dinner. People in England, maybe they're not even in bed yet. Maybe they are, though. You got to switch it up sometimes. You've been switching it up, so figure I'm gonna do a little bit of picking with the one pick profile that comes with this set. This is, and I'm gonna be defaulting to some other picks, but we're gonna be using them in the multi-pick magnetic handles. And if you notice, this is kind of a normal round pick, whether you're short or medium or long. That's kind of the base of your profile there, or the footprint of the pick. And then this, if you'll notice, is a lot thinner. I am not good with these thinner picks. They're a little more high-end, a little more quality pickers, so it's a little more of a challenge for me. I do like this particular profile of these type of thinner little footprint picks. This one has done pretty well for me. Before, I've had a whole set of them. I'm not that good with them, but I'm getting better. So I'm gonna, instead of using the turners that come with the set, I'm gonna use my design of turners, my Stu double helix, because I like them. They're actually my go-to turners, not just because I did them. I really actually like them. So I'm gonna do some picking. We'll pick a few locks, and then we'll go to the rake profiles and do some raking of some locks. And then at any point that I get bored, I might end up busting out some handcuffs. Wait, what? Not Too Dead is in the house? Nola Southpaw is in the house? These are some legends right there. Oh, shit. Can't open the lock if you're dropping the turner, can you? Maybe. Well, with this lock, you might be able to. Alright, we'll just get in here. Alright. Nice little half zip, half pick. Just popping each little pin one at a time. Macca, how you doing? Marissa! It's the Multipick picks, but they're the magnetic handles from Multipick. They sent me some of these to try out, test out, see how I feel about them. Already sent a few around. Let some other people check them out, because I'm not greedy. New house, I'm about to get it to where people can order them and stuff. I had like 10. I sent them around just to get some feedback and stuff. I have to actually get those on site so they're orderable. I actually have another set of turners too that I haven't shown yet that we got to get into the wild as well. So this little lock, most of these little brassy brinks, you just go back to the back and you go, oh shit, you go 4, 3, 2, 1. Some of them you actually have to go out of order to figure out. Oh shit. Again, I have to be a little more delicate with that pick and that arm. I don't want to bend it up. Trying to learn lighter tension and lighter picking control. So it can be frustrating because I'll pick a lock I should be able to pick, and then I'm not able to get it for some fucked up reason. So, right. Throw it to the side. Try the next goddamn lock, right? Do I have a store? I do. I have like a merch store, a fourth wall one attached to my YouTube page, which is, I just threw a couple things on there to kind of play around with it. It's not a serious thing yet. So I do have to kind of upgrade and actually do a real one. All right, there we go. Ah, son of a bitch. Drop the fucking tensioner. Pointless, how you doing, man? Angel, what's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Marissa's a sheriff in here, man. Don't fuck with Marissa. If Marissa says no, it's a no. That's how that shit works. God damn it. I just picked this. I dropped the tensioner. And then now it's going to be a stupid son of a bitch. I'm a very heavy-handed picker. Like I said, I'm trying to do lighter picking, so throws me off a little bit. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I got it. Fuck. Having some struggles. This is all me. I can't tell you, when I first got these magnetic handles, I thought it might be because if you notice, I do like the jimmy handles, and these are quite fatter because they're, you know, holding in that, they're holding in magnets and things like that. So it felt a little too thick for me when I first started playing with them, but I quickly got used to it. Doesn't really throw me off. I'm used to kind of going back and forth between, you know, this and a popsicle style and that. So I think so far I'm digging them. Easy to change how to pick. That's nice. Whereas, oh, finally a fucking lock. Whereas something like these Jimmy Minis, you know, you kind of press them in place, they click in place. I could pop these off. I'd probably break the little nubby. So kind of once these are on, they're on. So having one you can swap out pretty quick and easy is actually pretty nice. Oh shit, what did Nola say? Rock out, what's up, brother? RC, how you doing? Delbert in the house, thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate that. Always very appreciated. Get in here on this Brinks dead cord edge shackle. Couple little spool pins. Alright. There we go with the pin. Yeah, we there's a Dots Locks has got a paperclip challenge, and so we got a lot of people submitting videos beating locks with paperclips right now on YouTube in the lock sport community. Paperclip challenge if you want to see some people beating them up. I got to get in there and do a few. I'm gonna go with the big old Brinks. Bigger isn't better. Same size lock core. Okay, there's a little bit of movement. I moved something. Hopefully, this is the open. Ah, there we go. Yep, some spool pins. What's nice is they're kind of easier spools. So when it comes to learning locks, that is, Brinks are pretty good for the laminated locks, giving you some easy security pins to try to start working out. I'm missing something here. Oh, there we go. I call them frustration puzzles, because the minute you get into one, you're like, oh, where's the next one? And then you want to be frustrated by the next one. Frustration puzzles. All right, so I'm going to take this Lock Noob profile. Did some whites, I think some yellow and orange. Let's try green, which I can pick up to some blue, but green's my level I play with. So for a profile to be effective for me, I gotta be able to pick this lock. And there we go. And hopefully I should be able to pick an 1100 with it as well. One of these to try. Technically the same belt lock. I think it's harder than the 7240. And there we go. Nice little 1100 pick. Well, I can say I like this profile in the Lock Noob 10. This is the PN06. So for a smaller footprint on a profile, this is probably the one I'm able to actually use and start learning with to kind of do a little higher security locks. As far as the handles go, I like a medium round and a short flat, so I've been using picks I do like in these handles. And like I said, I thought they'd be a little fat for me to begin with, but I kind of got used to that pretty quick. They're a nice light pick. They fit in the hand pretty well. They've got some, knurling or whatever grip up at the front, which it's not rough, it's not uncomfortable. It probably helps a little bit, or at least it doesn't do anything at worst, if that makes sense. So I dig those. I dig the handles, and I'm digging that profile right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at Lock Noob 10 rake profiles. So you've got a 2, 3, a 4, and a 5. Basically Bogotas, but if you notice, they're alternating kind of high and low. So there's your normal Bogota height, and they're alternating to a low. So on the 1 and the 4, they start with a short, and on the 3 and the 5, or the 2 and the 4, sorry. 2 and the 4, so the evens, they start with a short, and the odds, 3 and the 5, they start with a tall, regular, and move down to that short. So we're just going to play with these a little bit. See how we like these. Although I can already tell you, I'm a huge fucking fan. Probably some of my favorite rake profiles all time. I didn't want to go in there. I didn't want to go in there. Go down to that. So let's start out with the, what is this? The Monith, M-O-N-I-F, PN76. Nice little low-high Bogota system. See if we can zip this stupid thing open. And there we go. Quick little zip. Try this union padlock. Hopefully we can get in. And there we go. Pop, pop, pop! Macario, how you doing? Siradama, Turn, Carlos, hello. Thank you for coming by. Freddy's Diesel Services. Freddy, do you operate with diesel? Alright, let me switch my turner. Something a little bit thicker. And we're going to go after this guy with the 3-peak, which is the Druium. PN77. Elite sets. So we're going to get on this Elzit Tudius. It's kind of my favorite lock right there. Let's see if I can. Some core movement. And there we go. Bam. Lock is open. So do you have a shed or a locker or something like that? You might have one of these locks on it. And that's not the best choice. Oh, shit. That would have been real dramatic if I got it right there. And go at it with the 4-peak. The Druium. No, the Ahona, sorry. Last one was the Druium. Oh, there we go. Let's try it again. Make sure it wasn't a fluke. All right. Get that in place. I'm going to plunge into this bitch. Ooh. There we go. Put that back a little. All right. Another master popped. Carlos, what kind of picks are you looking for, Carlos? Oh, yeah, you got people on the... Yeah, appreciate it. Hit the like button. Check the channel out, you know. Watch some videos, subscribe, do all that shit. So, this... Gonna be a little punk, so it's gonna do. Hold on. Oh, son of a bitch. Try it this way. Let me go. Pick style. Going with the short flat. Right? Nope. There's my short flat. There's my short flat. It's the only pick I could use for a long time. All right. That's a quick pick. Now this is this lock right here. If you take away the plastic casing, this is what you have underneath it. So that's how they save some money. Yes, raking. Raking is a bit of a catch-all, though. To some people, raking means an straight back and forth agitation of the pins, whereas rocking is something more of like this as you're moving back and forth. Zipping is getting into the back and then pulling forward with contact, and you're kind of making contact from the back on the way out. Part of raking is kind of just that plunge step, which is a reverse zip. So, and then there's modifications to filtering those different techniques into each other. So, damn. That should open. There we go. Just gotta get the feel a little bit. So, speaking in those terms, a bit of a plunge and zip. And then for rock, usually I can get it. Reset it. Yeah. Weirdly, I thought I was using a quint. So screw it. Let's go back to what we're supposed to be using. So, can I get in there with this little double peak and pop it? Yep. Can I get in there with this little triple peak and pop it? Hopefully. Should be. There we go. Can I get in there with the 4-peak? Let's see. There we go. What about the 5 peaks? Who are you? What? Tried the picking again. Discombobulated confiscation. Are you talking to me? You have to keep. What? What stupid shit are you talking about? Are you telling me how to rake? That's actually fucking funny, man. On my worst day, telling me how to rake is kind of funny. I'm an okay picker. I'm pretty good raker. All right. This is the Telu. It's the 5-peak. You got 3 high, 2 low. It's a 135 on the highs. Get in this LL lock. I generally don't use a 5-peak on the Bogota kind of thing. It's a lot going on. I can usually get what I want done with the 3 or the 4. So let's test that 3. If I want to go 5-peak, I would normally, I'm going to go to the cycloid or sinusoid. Well, hell. Try the 4. Honestly, if I have a more correct fitting tensioner, it'll probably work a little bit better. Where's my other one? Shit. I got one too thick. Oh, it's attached to the magnet on the handle. Alright. Let's probably go a little bit better. Maybe it won't. Let's go back to. One with the Jimmy. So I'd rather open it than. Ah, there we go. I need a little more of that soft agitation as opposed to that harsh agitation to massage it open. And that's why you need both styles. So let's see what gets this open. Nice little trailer coupler. The shit people. Am I on the wrong side? Look. There. If you were protecting your trailer with that, your boat's gone. Say goodbye to your boat. All right, we're gonna pop a few kicks. Oh, Labs, have a good one, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Labs was the first one in tonight. Very appreciated. Fellow Shackleman, lock sporters. Honestly, this is an easy ass lock. I'm fucking this up. Why am I fucking this up? Try that again. Well, that's stupid. There we go. Sorry, my dog's barking downstairs. Alright, it's open, but that was frustrating, so. Try to do that. And there we go. I gotta get in. So, my instinct is to stay straight in the keyway, but I gotta angle it a little bit here with the harsher peaks, so I'm not overly agitating. There we go. It becomes a softer hit on the pins, which that takes. Some things need a far more rougher and agitating hit on the pins to get them to set and move. This one worked well to that. Let's see with this Arcadia. Let's see if we get in there with the, what is that again? Monmouth. All right. Yep. A little bit of swing. Cylinder swing. It's about the angle of the dangle. You got to get the angle of the dangle right if you want to decrease the possibility of reflection on deflection. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, Mayron, squiggle, squiggle, squiggle to you too. I don't have a translate function. I don't know what the fuck you said. I hope you're being nice. That would be cool. Gotta hit the L. Do it too. You know, I don't have one available. Although I should, I'll think about that for the next lock picking live. I do have some tubular picks and goat wrenches and shit like that. I don't do them a lot. They're kind of boring. It's just how it happens. So, all right. You guys know. Oh, nice. Whatever lock you got, whatever way you can pick it. Like, hey, man, like a lot of us all figured out how to jimmy a cabinet lock, you know, with a paper clip or, you know, a bobby pin or fucking jiggle it with a screwdriver or whatever. You know, like a lot of us have done a tiny bit of lock sport. We figured out how to jiggle and shake and push that back door to get that lock to pop, you know, or that garage door or things like that. And I mean, that's what we're all doing here, you know. We're just taking it to a little bit higher level. We're adding in, you know, different locks, throwing in. We start getting up into some higher shit, some crazy fucking pins, things like that. You got your schlages, You know, that's just basically what's going on. And we, of the people who take it to this level, it's a hobby, it's an obsession, they're frustration puzzles. We love this shit. So I have been taking some pocket picks and putting some shrink wrap handling on so I can put handcuff shims in the back. And I have a nice little set that I can also use for handcuff escaping. So this guy can get out like that. Oop. My wrist isn't hitting it. There we go. We can get out. Let's take this, we'll double lock it. They're double locked. That's double lock. If you notice, it's a push through pin double lock as opposed to a push pin on the side. This is a lot easier to engage. That's why police agencies like that particular thing. And go ahead and pick out the double lock. How do you know you picked out a double lock? Well, I can do that. I'm going to get in here. I have to pick the wrong way. Oop, there we go. Pick out of the handcuffs. Bottom of the keyway. Click over. Make sure my handcuffs are double lock free. I'm going to get in the keyway and pick those cuffs off. Nice simple little cuff. I don't sell lockpicks. If you go to lockpicktools.com, Southern Specialties, you can buy some lockpicks. Use the code PICKME. You can get 10% off. You can go to jimmylongs.com and you can buy some lockpicks that are pretty good. If you're over in Europe, Multipick multipick.com is the first one I'd send you to over there. I believe Law Locks Tools is in Europe as well. And then there's, some other smaller companies and things like that, but those are the good places to start. You have a different set of lockpicks. Who do you have, Jamie? And the picks that I will be soon offering, I'm still working on some stuff, but and then like my turners, these are made by Southern Specialties for me. And the things that I will be having made will be made by Southern Specialties for my little company or my little website or whatever the hell you want to call it. So let's bust out some more cuffs. Go ahead and do some Peerless 700C. Common used. See the Shackman Cuff Club. Shackleman. That is our Handcuff and Escape Club. A number of people in the chat are members of. So I've got my bent up elephant trunk. Get it in there and just pick that right out. So we'll put that back so we can do some practice with this. Practice picking fully cuffed. Usually when I pick the left side, when I pick the right side, my left side's free. So it's a little harder to pick it that way as opposed to being free. So you do need to practice to both sides. As I said, on the back of these, we've got a handcuff shim. Let's go ahead and handcuff shim. Which is putting in between the teeth of the bow and the pawl. There we go. And then you have to hold it down in place while you're scooting it out of there so it doesn't catch. And that's how it looks in smooth motion. So let's put that back on. Put that back into place real quick. And I'm going to grab my hand. Ooh, I'm going to knock my camera. Grab my handcuff key tool. We are going to double lock these cuffs. And then we're going to see if I can get out with this particular pick. Gotta get that double lock off first, and I'm already bending the shit out of the... Oh, there we go. Sweet. That one's done. Double lock. There we go. Oh, I slipped off it. Hold on. There we go. Less sound, more feel. And we're out. Well, I did bend that a little bit. A little bit. I gotta pick around corners with that shit now. Aluminum can shims, then you'll bend it. That's a one-use thing. That doesn't make any sense, really. I've got aluminum can shims. They don't last. They do not last, Jamie B. What if we have more than one pair of cuffs, though? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself that. What if you have not one, not two, but 3 pairs of cuffs, and you're bored? You want to see if you can get out of them. Well, you put them on and you go. That's what the shacklemen do. We like seeing what's possible. The Bogota, yeah, the alternating, they're really good. I'm a big fan. Like I already was. Some of my absolute favorite pick profiles are the lock noob, Bogota variations, the up and down, the wavies, whatever you want to call them. They're absolutely phenomenal. I loved that I got a hold of them pretty early on in my raking and picking career, and I attribute some of my success as a raker to being able to have those profiles and trying them out and things like that. So I do have this bent up pick. We're going to go ahead and use this and see if we can continue to... Oh, I didn't double lock them. Shit. Where's my tool? Hold on. All right. Get in here and double lock all these bad boys. That one, and that one. Yeah, those 3 are done. That one, that one, and 1, 2, 3. All right, double lock on both sides. So let's see if we can get out of this shit. Oh yeah, Dean, man. Pace yourself, Dean. Dean's the wild man of the group. Oop, I thought I got that. So if you don't know if you got the double lock, you can always check. Always check by feeling the bow. And this is so bent up, it's not working. Hold on. But I can make it work. Right? It's bent. Ah ha ha ha. Bent fucking pick. Alright, let's get that out of there. Move on to another pick. Get that double lock. Quick. I'm still bending this fucker up a little bit. Ow, there we go. One side off. Keep slipping off. Okay. This way. You got it. Yep, I got that one. Handcuffs off. Shit. Alright. I need, you know what? I'm going straight to something I'm better at. There you go. Double lock. Pick. Oh, for real. I'm of the same mind, man. If you're not, especially early on when you're learning, if you're not getting as not too dead referred to it as the gentleman's bend, when you're starting to bend your picks back, and then when you're getting in cuffs and weird shit, weird positions of picking, things like that, you're going to start twisting your cuffs. So you definitely got to be ready for that. So back to the original point. I'm very fond of the magnetic handles, easy to switch out. They stay in there pretty good. They fit well in the hand. Like I said, I thought they'd be a little too thick, but I like them. The Lock Noob 10-piece set. Turners are all right. I don't hate them. I don't love them. Which is usually where most turners turn out for me. And where it comes to the profiles, where's the last one? I really dig them. I'm a big fan. Like I said, for using a little bit of a finer foot profile on a pick, I like using this. It's helping me kind of get to be a better picker. And I absolutely love the high-low Bogota system. And you got the 2, 3, 4, and 5 peak in here. So I'm very fond of the 3 and 4 particularly. I don't use this one as much. I broke that one from my first set, so I'm still getting used to using that here, but I just generally don't like a 5-peak Bogota as much. If I'm going to go 5-peak, I'm going to go to more of a cycloid or sinusoid, more of a rounded instead of the higher sharp peak. But I love this set. I think it's really good. I think it's worth buying or thinking about buying or putting on your list if you're a lock picker. So that's what I wanted to do tonight. The rest of it was just having some fun. So thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the likes, hanging out in the chat, and just checking me out. Check me out on Saturday nights, midnight Eastern Standard Time, Shackleman After Dark. I'll probably be here on Friday night, but it's not always a guaranteed. But Saturday night, you definitely can catch us here, midnight Eastern Standard Time, Shackleman After Dark. Peace out. Thank you very much.